When Jesus Christ says you must be born again, and he says you're like a newborn baby, just think how much effort on the part of the baby does it take to be born? Does the baby have to do this? What does the baby have to do? Nothing. The baby doesn't do anything. The baby contributes nothing to its birth, okay? Does that mean then, there's the new birth? You're not born by your good works, right? But you are born again by somebody's works, because that baby is born, and somebody's doing a lot of work for that baby to be born. I told you I watched all 3 of my sons born, and there was somebody in that room who was doing a lot of work. There was somebody in that room who was in a fair amount of pain. Now, here, I think one of the reasons we don't completely understand this metaphor and the implications of it, though Jesus, I'm going to show you in a minute, in John 16, he spells it out. I think we don't understand the implications of this metaphor because we live in a time of hospitals and anesthetics and epidurals. By the way, if you're a young single male, you don't know what an epidural is, ask a woman nearby. But let's go back to no hospitals and no anesthetics and no epidurals. And every child born into the world is being born through the pain and suffering of somebody else, the mother, at the risk of her life, and in many cases, the cost of her life. We know, you read the history books, you know how often people were born at the cost of the mother's life. In John chapter 16, Jesus is talking about going away, right? He said, I'm going to go away. And then suddenly he says in verse 21, a woman giving birth to a child has pain because her hour has come. But when her baby is born, she forgets the anguish because of her joy that a child has been born into the world. It's a remarkable statement. First of all, if you are a student of the book of John, you know that word hour, I mean, it's odd to say when her hour has come, the baby is born. In spite of all of her anguish, she has joy. It's odd to talk about a woman's hour coming, but in the book of John, every time the word hour is brought up, it's almost over and over again, it means the hour of Jesus' death. Remember when he said to Mary in Cana, woman, my hour is not yet come? It means it's not time for me to die. What is Jesus saying? He's identifying with a woman in labor. He is saying, I'm like a woman in labor. You will be born again, but not just through my pain and my suffering, not just at the risk of my life, at the cost of my life, and I'm going to have such joy to know to see your life coming from my death. That's beautiful.